have Flamengo unearthed the next attacking midfield genius wonderkid? Just who is the player that is being touted as the next VINI JR? His name is Ryan Roberto de Oliveira Dantas, but you can call him Ryan Roberto. At the age of 16, Ryan Roberto has already been turning in performances which have lit up the Flamengo academy. He plays primarily as a left winger, but has been utilised by Flamengo's youth setup as an all-action attacking midfielder across the pitch. Ryan Roberto has been so impressive at youth level, he has already signed a pro deal until 2027 and was recently called up to Brazil's sub-17 squad. Ryan Roberto is a standout in his age group, mainly for his flair and goal-scoring abilities. He has an ambidextrous dribbling style and is fearless when facing up to opponents with the ball. During the recent Shanghai Future Star Cup, he would be Flamengo's standout talent. Now he has moved up to under-20s, he is beginning to deal with the physicality of playing against older age groups. His current potential ability is sky high, and with the right first-team development, he looks set to follow in the footsteps of VINI JR. Let me know your opinions on Ryan Roberto in the comments section. Will he become an elite wonderkid, or just another Brazilian who never reaches his full potential? Today's video is brought to you in association with Passion4FM. Passion4FM is the #1 football manager blog dedicated to enhancing your football manager experience. On the website, you will find guides, tactics, shortlists, graphical and database updates, alongside in-depth articles about the world's best football manager simulation game. For this video, I've downloaded the Passion4FM Nextgen Wonderkid database. This database is the #1 resource for adding new real-world wonderkids to your brand new save games. Download it from the description and enhance your save games now. In today's video, I'm going to let Football Manager predict the future. Starting in 2024, I'm going to run a simulation that will look at Ryan Roberto's career across the next 15 years. Let me know in the comment section down below how you think this one is going to play out. Does Ryan Roberto really have that potential ability to go on and become the next VINI JR, or will he simply become another one of those Brazilian wonderkids that has all the potential and never really lives up to the hype? Whilst you're in the comment section, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and check out the rest of the Wonderkid series. In the Next Gen database and the beginning of this simulation, Ryan Roberto begins the game with a great core of attributes for a 16-year-old attacking midfielder. Now, these attributes are only estimates, so don't worry if they fluctuate slightly from save game to save game. And if your Ryan Roberto doesn't look like a wonderkid at all, do not fear, stick with it. There is plenty of development to come from this player. Now, at the beginning of the save game, there is obviously a lot of work for Ryan Roberto to do to go on and become an elite wonderkid. But looking at the 3 core attribute groups, he does have some standouts from the get-go. In terms of the technicals, he scores highly for dribbling and for his technique. In the mentals, it's determination, flair, leadership and work rate. And in the physicals, it's acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness and pace. So, at the start of the save game, there is a lot of work for Ryan Roberto to do to go on and kick on with his career. But I do think that the answer to the question of how much development is to come really comes down to first team football. If he gets a lot of that in the first 5 to 10 years, he's really going to push on. Hopefully, he can turn into an elite wonderkid. At the 5-year stage, Ryan Roberto is now 21 years old, and we can see he has swapped Brazil for England, as he is currently out on loan at Coventry. Tottenham Hotspur would pay £18 million for the player, and they would instantly loan him to Coventry for the season. Whilst at Coventry, he has played 43 times, scoring 9 goals. But interestingly, for Flamengo, he would actually only play 24 first-team games before Tottenham invested heavily in the player. That means at this point, he has played 67 times, scoring 9 goals in terms of first-team appearances. Looking at the core attribute groups, there are big steps forward in each of the 3 of them. In the technicals, he now has standouts for crossing, corners, dribbling, first touch, long shots, passing and technique. In the mentals, anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, flair, leadership, off the ball, positioning, vision and work rate. And in the physicals, the 2 big standouts are his acceleration and his natural fitness, but he scores well for agility, balance, pace, stamina and strength. So he has managed to get himself out of Brazil. He's now playing in one of the big leagues in Europe. Well, certainly he will be once he goes back to his parent club. The question is, can he continue and break into the first team at Tottenham? How much more development is to come between years 5 to 10? After 10 years of Ryan Roberto's career, he is now 26 years old. And we can see he has been on the move again. No longer is he in England playing for Tottenham. He's now moved to Italy to play for Juventus. Whilst he was at Tottenham, he wouldn't actually get too much first team football. After spending the season on loan at Coventry, he'd go back to his parent club where he would play just 5 times before he would then move on to Stuttgart for £17.5 million. And then Juventus came along one season later where they would pay £34 million for the player. He has now played for them 90 times, scoring 15 goals. That means after 10 years of his career, he's played 180 games, scoring 25 goals. In terms of the attributes, we asked at the end of the last jump, will there be a big step forward this time? And there actually is. Now, it doesn't look like it because they're not immediately visible, but when you start breaking down the attribute groups, you can see he is progressing well as a footballer. In terms of the technicals, the standouts are now crossing, dribbling, first touch, long shots, passing and technique. In the mentals, flair scoring 16. He also scores highly for anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, leadership, vision and work rate. And in the physicals, agility and natural fitness are still the standouts, but he also scores well for acceleration, balance, pace, stamina and strength. So after 10 years of his career, he's now really becoming a well-rounded footballer in terms of his attributes. The biggest question is, can he continue in Juventus' first team, and just how much more development is there to come between the years of 10 and 15? At the 15-year stage, Ryan Roberto is now 31 years old, and we find him still in Italy playing for Juventus. At the end of the last jump, I asked, could he continue in the first team and develop? Well, it seems he has gone one better than that. He has become a key player for Juventus, and after 15 years, he has now had 257 appearances and 62 goals for Juventus, giving him career stats of 347 games, scoring 72 goals. Now, there was a big jump in his development between 5 and 10 years, and we wondered if there was more to come. Well, it seems between 10 years and 15 years, he has kind of plateaued as a player, but that could be because he has reached such a high level of performance. The media describe him as an elite attacking midfielder, and you can see quite clearly he's playing at a high level. In terms of the attribute groups, he did have some big jumps forward previously, and now it seems like there are minor tweaks to those 3 groups. In terms of the technicals, crossing, first touch, passing and technique are the standouts there. In the mentals, Flair now scores 16, but he scores highly for anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, leadership, vision and work rate. And in the physicals, he still scores highly for agility, balance and natural fitness, and he pairs that up with good acceleration, pace, stamina and strength. So, after 15 years and 347 appearances, he gets the media description of an elite attacking midfielder, and I personally think he will fit in the bracket of an elite wonderkid. He has come on leaps and bounds since the start of the game, and as I said, if he doesn't look like a wonderkid, do not worry, because you can get this kind of development out of him. Now, he would only play 24 times for Flamengo and 5 times for Tottenham, with a season out on loan at Coventry. It means that he plays less than 100 games in the first 5 years of his career, and that is something that really can hold a player back. So what I think can happen here is you can sign Ryan Roberto early on in the game, put him in your first team and really watch that development come. I think there's a chance that he could develop past what you see on the screen here if you put a bit of time and effort into extracting that from him. So let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and opinions on what has happened during this simulation. Are you pleased with the way that Ryan Roberto has progressed? Did you think there could be more from him? Is he about where you think he should be? And also, what do you think of his career path, moving from Flamengo to Tottenham, loans to Coventry, then a move to Stuttgart and Juventus? Is that the career path of an elite wonderkid? I think that move to Juventus for £34 million certainly puts him in the bracket. Whilst you're in the comment section, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and check out the rest of the Wonderkids series. And if you need the database to get players like Ryan Roberto into your saved games, there'll be a link to that in the description down below where you can find the Passion4FM Nextgen database. Right then, for this one, I'm going to wrap it up. A big thank you for your time and attention today. I hope to see you on another video very soon.